Hey there everybody, this is Graham, also known as the Collect 75, and welcome back to another Transformers review. For this review I'm going to be doing the 1987 Decepticon Headmasters. Now then, I've already done Scorponok, so I'm not going to be doing him in this review, so I'm just concentrating on the three smaller ones, which were Skullcruncher, Mindwipe and Weirdwolf. I'm going to try and put a link to my Scorponok review in this one somewhere, or you can just do a search for it or whatever. Yeah, so let's get straight on with these guys. We're going to start off with the only one I didn't own when I was a kid, which is Weirdwolf. Now then, here he is. He's a nice sort of like yellow wolf type thing, very mechanical looking, and a very sort of like, especially when you compare to the toys these days, very antiquated, and I do like that about these G1 Transformers. I think it's absolutely brilliant. I think these are supposed to flip down forward for this mode. Yeah, so it's pretty good. I mean, he's a bit cumbersome, and this one is a little bit worse for wear, but you know, he's all right. I mean, his arms, well, his legs rather, do sort of move like that, and his back ones will sort of like move there, but not too much, and he does have a tendency to fall apart. His little tail will move like that, and this does become his sword in robot mode. What else can I tell you? Yeah, he's got a nice bit of chrome paneling and stuff, and his little mouth will open, but you've got to sort of like tilt his head open like that to get it to open. That's about it, really. All in all, not a tremendous alt mode. It's, you know, it doesn't really do a lot. It just sort of stands there, and especially with the, like, you can see the legs here. So it's sort of like, you know, it's a bit half and half for me. I don't mind it, but not one of the best. Right, now then, he does have this nice translucent red panel where his little headmaster sits. Let me get him out and I'll show you him. Put him down there. This is, of course, Monzo. And there he is. I'm going to take some pictures as usual and put them at the end of this so you can all see them all better. Yeah, I mean, this guy's a tiny bit chewed up, actually. I really should get a better one, but, you know, I can't be bothered. And this one does. I just need some retro labels whenever they do them for this guy. You know, like I say, the arms are okay and everything. I always found it a bit weird and a bit amusing when you see the adverts in the comics for these guys, especially, I don't know how much, what in the US comics, but in the British comics, we had like a page advert for these guys, and it would always list these as a trainer for the headmaster. I ain't got a clue why. It was always a bit weird to me. Don't know who thought that one up. Probably some twat, but never mind. Anyway, so that's Monzo. I'm going to pop him down there, ready for his transformation for Weirdwolf's head. And the reason why he's got such a strange name like Weirdwolf is supposed to be because his speech patterns or something is supposed to be messed up, and he always speaks weirdly or something. Still, there we go. That's enough of that. Right, so we're going to close this little panel up now. This always reminds me, like, maybe it was a homage back to the Diaclone era, where obviously they had little compartments for little men to sit. Anyway, right, so we're going to start the transformation. We're going to take his little tail out, like that. Take it out nice and easy, put it down there. And then what we're going to do, we're going to raise this sort of back section, and then also at the same time, flip out a little animal head. It does have a little connector, just so it fits into the little headmaster port. And we flip these back to that position like that, and it becomes an awful lot of robot, well, animal kibble, whatever you want to call it. We get the little small wolf feet, flip these back, and then straighten out the robot legs like that. And then we stand him up. What do we do next? We straighten out the arms. Something like this anyway. And then, but first, see, it's always a bit confusing what bit I've got to do when. Right, we get the front paws and we just flip these all the way to the back position. Same on this side, like that. Then we straighten out the arms. And is that him in robot mode? Yeah, very much nearly done. Like I say, he's got an awful lot of kibble just hanging off the back there. We're going to pop him down there and we're going to transform Monzo. Like I say, you put the arms flat against his side, then we just flip these round and form the head, and then you just flip up this little panel like that to reveal the robot face, and there's Monzo, Weirdwolf's head. This one has a lot of paint sort of chipping, and like I say, I do really need another one, but this one will do. I'm not bothered about it. It's not in that bad a condition. And then we just pop little Monzo on top here. There he is. And now then, he's got these little sort of like panels on his arms. I can never remember which way they're supposed to be, but I'm going to raise them, right, full robot mode, like that. And they create these like little studded effect on his shoulders. Maybe they could be mortar cannons or something, you know, just use your imagination. And so that is Weirdwolf in robot mode. He's not bad, but he's not terribly good either, I'm afraid. You can put his little tail in his hand as a little makeshift sword. And then you get his gun, which is over here. Put that in his other hand. And there he is, armoured for battle. It's not bad, but he's not terribly great either. And to be honest, I'm probably glad I didn't have this one as a kid, because I had the other two, and I was probably more impressed with them. One more so than the other, but I'll come to that in a minute. Anyway, as usual, when you put the head in, it does reveal these stats, and these are hidden behind this little panel here. You just flip that down, and there's his stats in there. I can't really see them from here. But his intelligence is almost at a 10. So there we go. Strange really when his speech patterns are all messed up and what have you. So there we go. That's Weirdwolf. And we're going to pop him over there. And we're going to move on to the next one. I'm going to leave my favourite till the last. And so we come to the next one, which is Skullcruncher. I do like the name. And he is obviously an alligator or a crocodile. I'm not totally sure which. Yeah, he's not too bad. He's got no articulation really. The only thing that will move is these legs here, but these do become the robot arms, so that's probably why they're articulated. These little back feet, I don't think they move. Oh yeah, they do sort of move. You could move them a little bit, but it's pointless doing that. Pardon me. Other than that, the tail don't move or nothing. But he does have a lot of moulded in detail on the back here, like the scales and what have you. It does look pretty cool. Now then, he's got the little alligator head. I'm going to call him an alligator. And of course, if we raise that, it does open and close, so he can eat people. But there is his animal trainer sitting in there, his little headmaster. This fellow is called Drax. And let me show you him. Here he is. We straighten him out. And there's Drax. Of course, the arms and move and everything, and the legs. You can put him in nice little running poses and whatever. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, you know, so he's okay. And he survived all these years since I was a kid, and his arms have never broken off or nothing like that. Pop him down there. And so then we close, I've forgotten his name, Skullcruncher's mouth back up. And we're going to transform this guy. Quite easy, really. Just take this little tail section off, like that. That is going to become a club stroke chainsaw stroke dildo, if you watch some other people's reviews, which I find quite funny. Right, anyway, now then, next off, we just simply split these little panels here, flip them to the sides, and then we rotate the whole back section out like that to form the robot legs. We spin it 180 like that, and that is him almost done. We take the giant alligator head and just flip it down to his back. It does sort of hang there a bit loose, unfortunately. Shame they couldn't have put a little post and something there just to keep it nice and snug in the back. Now then, we take the little arms and we just straighten them out. These are very tight joints. I remember that. These have always been tight ever since I was a little kid. And they've never loosened up, which is pretty cool. Now then, we just literally fold the animal sort of like foot to that position. It reveals the robot hand. So we do the same on this side. We just straighten it out like that. Ugh. And then we hold that and push the little hand through like that. There we go. Right, so that is Skullcruncher in robot mode. I'm going to pop him there. I'm going to transform Drax. Much the same, well, exactly the same as Monzo, and the same for all these headmasters. And we just flip that panel up. As you can see, he's got little orange eyes. My brother decided to paint these for me. Done a quite a good job, actually. So it's not too bad. I like that, actually. I was thinking of doing all the rest, but I couldn't be bothered. Right, so then we get Drax, and then we just literally slap him on the top there. And he stays in pretty well. Then we get his weapons. I like to put it in this way. He does have like 3 little posts in there. I don't know if it's going to come out. One's square and the other one is like a small little circular one on one side. That means it can only go in one way on the when you put it as a tail, which is quite cool actually, quite a little novel thing. Anyway, but the middle one is used for the robot hand. So he's got his club. And he's got a little white gun over here, which he pop in his hand. And that is skullcruncher in robot mode. It's not bad, actually. I quite like it. It's got absolutely no articulation in the legs, and they could have done with something like trying to be separated or what have you. But, you know, it's G1, and this was a time when they were cheaping out, or starting to cheap out. Saying that, he's got a tiny bit of articulation. He can bend them like that, but it's not a lot, and why would you want to do it? No, you wouldn't. So anyway, so that is skullcruncher. I'm going to pop him over there. Now then, we move on to my favourite, and I remember getting this, I think it was on my 12th birthday, something like that. I had to try and convince my mum. She said I was getting a bit old for him. I think really she just didn't want to buy me a Transformer, really. But there we go. Anyway, this is Mindwipe. And now he's just, I want to get the Revenge of the Fallen Mindwipe, because that looks pretty cool. And it's a bit of homage to this guy. So yeah, so this guy is a bat, and he's supposed to be some sort of hypnotist. He can use his eyes to hypnotise people and what have you. But I'm not bothered about that. His little tail will move, so when he's sort of swooping around, it looks quite cool at the back there. Absolutely really cool. Actually, I went down to Longley, which is like an animal sort of like safari park type thing, and I saw some bats, and I'm flying right past my head. Absolutely well cool. I love that. Yeah, anyway, so this is Mindwipe. I love these little sort of like speaker details with the chrome paint on the front there. I like to broadcast his sonar and whatever. Absolutely, I do like it. Fantastic stuff. There we go. And these wings will flap and everything. And they've got nice detail on them. I don't know if it's going to pick it out too well on this camera, but it's pretty good. I like it. Right, next we're going to show you his so-called trainer, which is Vorath, I believe. We're going to open up this little red translucent panel with his little rub symbol there, which still works, I believe, I think. Yeah, I'm sure it will. Anyway, we're going to open that, and there he is, sitting in there. We're going to take him out. If I can get him out, that is. Here he is. Like that. Now then, we're going to put Mindwipe down, and this is Vorath. Nice little black and red Nebulan robot, whatever you want to call him. He's okay, like I say, his arms all move and everything. And I've had this one since I was a kid, and I've never snapped the arms off. They're saying that. I'll probably do it in this review. Still, there we are. There he is. I'm going to pop those back down to his side. I'm going to pop him down there while I transform the robot. Now then, I like to keep the feet in bat mode, just sort of like swept up. Let me move the wings. There you go, swept up to the back there. So it gives him a nice sort of like rounded off feel. Other than that, otherwise they just sort of like stick out. It's a bit silly. Right, so to transform this guy, we open up the red translucent panel again. We open up, flip the bat head down. The only thing I don't like about the bat head, he's got these all weird little squares in the back. Just cheaping out a bit on the old plastic there. So we flip that in there, close that back up. So now he's headless. Now then we get the little tail. Flip that round to that angle. And then we flip out these back sections which are going to form the robot legs, and we straighten them out like that. Flip up the robot feet like that. Now then we get these sections and we rotate them like that, and like that. Now then we flip these actual sort of back there, bat wings like that, just for the moment anyway. I don't usually keep them like that, but it's easier for me to see what I'm doing. Now we flip out the robot arms and we move them forward. These are very, very tight. Like I said, they've been tight ever since I was a little kid, which I'm a bit surprised about. Now then, we've got to try and get the robot hands out, and these are an absolute fucking pain in the arse. They've got a tiny, tiny little tab in there, which you've got to try and use to push them out. But, you know, if they want to come out, you're very lucky. I used to never push them all the way in when I was a kid, and they still don't want to come out. And most people, as far as I know, the little tab breaks off and you just can't get the hands out. Absolutely nightmare. But there we go, that is one of the design flaws of this fella. Anyway, we're going to sort of like put the arms down at a bit level. Then I like to just flip the wings back like that. Gives him a nice little look. And then we're going to pop him there. We're going to transform Vorath. He's a little bit loose. His legs are a little bit loose, mainly because I've had this for a kid and I've had loads of fun with this. So we just transform it in the same old way. Transform it like that. And this guy's got little red eyes, mainly because I repro labelled this guy up. and they sort of like done some little eye jobbies for him. It looks quite cool. I like it. So we're going to pop his head on like that. I forgot to show you the stats on Skullcruncher, I believe. I'll show them in a minute. I'm always forgetting things like that. Anyway, right, let's get this gun. It comes with a little pea shooter, and we put that in his hand like that. And that's Mindwipe. I was going to call him Vorath, but it's not his Mindwipe. So we reveal his stats just under this panel here. We flip that down. There's his little stats in there. Not bad, but then again, a feature that I never used when I was a kid. I just did not see the point in that. They were trying to obviously make some sort of gimmick for the headmaster to have a reason, I suppose, but did not get it at all. Still, there we go. I'm going to pop him there. And then we're going to get Skullcruncher. I'm just going to show you his quickly. And he's under this little white panel. So we flip that down, and there's his in there. Try and get the light on it so you can see it. His speed is right down, because obviously he's just sort of like a small, slow crocodile, isn't he? But then again, I like to keep that closed. Right, we're going to do a quick size comparison. I've still got Waspinator. So as you can see, he's a bit bigger than a deluxe figure. So you're probably been like a mega figure or whatever the next Voyager class. That's what they're called nowadays, isn't it? Mega was back in the Beast Wars. That was the same size though. But yeah, so you know, it looks cool. Right, so this has been Graham, Collect 75 with the Decepticon Headmasters. I'm going to put, like I say, put some pictures at the end of this one. I'm going to do like them all next to Scorponok and everything like that. I'm going to get Scorponok out of the loft in a minute to take the pictures. Yeah, so I hope you like this review, and we'll stick around for more reviews coming soon. I'll see you later.